Hey, third grade, I know we've been exploring a lot of nonfiction texts, and you all are learning how to read to learn, and not just to learn, but to teach others, right? And we've also been exploring how we can present that teaching to others through our informational writing as well. So, your reading and writing teachers are very excited to be in this new unit where we are not only learning how to read and write, but we're also learning facts about topics that we're interested in. So today I want to journey back for just a moment. When I was reading this lesson for today's Come Arts tile, I immediately thought of a lesson that we actually did in our fictional narrative unit. And it was where we talked back to the text by asking questions to the author. Why did they include this part? Why did they have this character say this? And that deepened our understanding and also gave us an extra purpose for reading, right? We had to kind of dig through the text to find those answers. Well, I didn't know this until today, but you can do that with nonfiction text as well. You can talk back to the text by saying, oh, I agree with this or I disagree with this. But before we do that, we need to figure out what is the author's point of view or perspective on their topic, which feels kind of confusing to me because I'm so used to nonfiction text being full of nothing but facts. And they do have facts. However, kind of hidden in those facts is the motivation for why the author wrote the book about that topic. What do they actually think about that topic, and which facts are they choosing to share with me, or how are they choosing to share those facts that have these little hidden pieces that can demonstrate to me what their point of view is or what their perspective is on that. So sometimes authors will include things like punctuation marks, or they'll choose certain words for the language of their book, or they will share a certain kind of content with us in their text that gives me a clue of how they feel about their topic. And then once I know what their perspective is or their point of view, then I can talk back to the text and say, oh, yeah, I agree with you. Or, oh, wait, no, I disagree with you. I understand you have facts here, but this is something that I disagree with you on once I discovered what your point of view was. So, our other reading teacher is going to help show us kind of how to practice this. She's going to show us what it looks like, what it sounds like, and then I'll model it for you, and then you'll be doing it on your own today twice. Once you're going to do it in an It's Learning quiz with a couple of passages about manatees, and then, of course, everything we learn in reading, everything we complete in ComArts is for you to also use during your independent reading time. Let's hear our other reading teacher first.
In there. Let me show you. Imagine we have a piece of writing like the one that you see here. We're going to think to ourselves, what is this author's point of view on this topic? Let me read it to you and see if you can find something, some word or phrase that's cluing you in on how this author might really feel. During reading time, kids do the same thing every single day with no variety. Day after day, they listen to the teacher read, and that's all. The only thing they do to break the monotony is sometimes they talk or write, but other than that, it's the same every day. Read, read, read. Now I'm going to think, are there words or phrases or punctuation that clue me in on how this author might really feel about reading time? Here's what I found. No variety, day after day, that's all. Monotony. That made me think that maybe this author really doesn't have too high of an opinion about reading time. Did you see how I did that?
Yes, I did see that, and now we are going to try that as well. So let's take a look at one subtopic of our Gorilla's book. So the one that I want to read to you and see if we can figure out what the author's point of view is titled, Look Out for Those Teeth. Gorillas have 32 teeth, many of which are huge molars. These molars allow gorillas to grind up tough plant parts so they can be swallowed. Gorillas also have teeth called canines. These pointy teeth are found on the sides of the mouth and help with ripping. Male gorillas' canines are especially big. The males use these large, sharp teeth to defend females and their young from predators, which are animals that eat other animals, such as leopards. Now, let's talk for a moment just about what the authors included. That might give me a clue as to what their point of view is or their perspective is on gorilla teeth. The first thing I notice is in the heading of our subtopic right here. Look out for those teeth. Do you notice something different between this heading and this heading? I'm hoping that you saw that there's a punctuation mark at the end of this. She could have easily just left off that punctuation mark. She obviously did in the next subtopic. So I wonder if this exclamation point shows that she's excited about this topic. Then when I get down to this area right here, she starts describing the canines as pointy teeth that help with ripping. And up here, the molars grind up not just regular plants, tough plants. I wonder if thinking about gorilla teeth makes her kind of nervous, or they seem very strong and powerful, and maybe she's scared of gorilla teeth, and that's her point of view as she explains how strong they are. You are going to get a chance to do this, like I said, with a few sections of a text I found on manatees. Don't forget also to practice this strategy while you are reading a nonfiction text during your independent reading time. Remember, the whole reason we try to find an author's point of view or an author's perspective is so that we can talk back to the text and agree or disagree with what the author has to say. Good luck.